Well, hello, thanks for joining me for this week's Midweek Minute. Today we're going to Matthew chapter 5 and verse 6, where Jesus says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness." A few weeks ago, I posted on Facebook the question, how often do I settle for spiritual habits rather than spiritual hunger? And the question in that is, how many times can those spiritual things in life that we do simply become habits? Can the habit of reading God's Word become just that, a habit that we do just like we get up in the morning and we brush our teeth? How often can the habit of prayer become just that, a habit that we do just as easily as we walk into the kitchen and fix breakfast? How often can worship become a habit that we simply go through the motions of getting up on Sunday, getting dressed, going to worship because, well, that's what we do. Just like we get in the habit of going to work or the habit of every week going to the grocery store and getting the items we need for the upcoming week. And when we do that, we need those habits. Don't get me wrong. Worship needs to be a habit. Prayer needs to be a habit. Studying God's Word needs to be a habit that we practice every day. But it has to go beyond simply being a habit that's mundane, like brushing our teeth or fixing a meal or going to the store to get the groceries. We have to move from simply a habit of doing those things to generate a hunger to know God deeper because of the time we spend studying His Word, a hunger to walk with God more intimately because of the time we spend with Him in prayer, a hunger to be in God's presence collectively through corporate worship, growing ever more because of the time that we spend in worship. Coming to worship leads me to want to worship all the more, not simply the habit that I go through, just like running to Kroger or running to Walmart to get the groceries for the week and then running back home and going on with the next task on the list. Jesus says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." What are you hungry for today spiritually? Are you hungering for those spiritual things? Or are they merely just spiritual habits that we go through day in and day out? Something to ponder on this Midweek Minute. I'll see you again next week for another Midweek Minute.